In this video, we'll discuss hedonic forecasting era. The word hedonic came from Greek, meaning pleasure. A hedonic forecasting era refers to people's tendency to make inaccurate predictions about the effect of choices on their subjective outcomes. We may overvalue a feature of an option that does not matter much. We sometimes focus what we want rather than what we need. We might also overweigh attributes that are simple to evaluate or trigger a strong emotion-laden response. Imagine that you are deciding between two houses to buy. House A is very large. It has a long commute to work. House B is large and it has a short commute to work. Evaluating your options separately, you are likely to be willing to pay more for House B, which is large and offers you a short commute. However, when you put two options together and compare houses A and B, you might well favor House A. After all, House A is larger than House B. The inconvenience of a long commute may be less important than the house size. If you think so, you have a hedonic forecasting error in your decision making. The day-to-day inconvenience of a long commute is a subjective outcome, which can be mentally exhausting. You may have undervalued the subjective outcome because you focus on something more immediate and visible, which is house size. Suppose that your goal is to make good personnel decisions. After reviewing applications and job interviews, you narrow down to two final candidates. Consider these two candidates. Candidate A has strong credentials and good experience, plus a glowing recommendation from someone you have never worked with. Candidate B has exceptional credentials and exceptional experience, but the candidate has a lukewarm recommendation letter. You find out one of your colleagues who used to work with the candidate. You are told that the candidate has an abrasive personality and does not work well with the rest of the team. When you compare candidates A and B, you may favor candidate B over A. You may believe that candidate B will be hired to do whatever he or she is good at. In this case, candidate B has better credentials and experience than candidate A. You know that candidate B can do the job. An abrasive personality is indeed troublesome, but your team is so short-staffed that you overvalue the objective, tangible feature of candidate B, but undervalue the potential toxic friction caused by an abrasive personality. After all, candidate A is competent to do the job with strong credentials and good experience. What does a happy life look like to you? Does it include a high income? You may think you will be happy once you make $500,000 a year. You may have made a hedonic forecasting error if you overvalue the dollar sign and undervalue your emotional well-being. Your emotional well-being is the emotional experience of your daily life. It could be measured by the frequency and intensity of your experiences of joy, stress, sadness, anger, and affection. Your physical health and mental health, not necessarily income, predict your emotional well-being. In fact, your income predicts your emotional well-being only when your annual income is lower than $75,000. Once your annual income exceeds $75,000, your emotional well-being depends on your health and social relationships. As the old saying goes, money can buy you a house, but only love can buy you a home. In this video, we talk about the hedonic forecasting era. A hedonic forecasting era refers to people's tendency to make inaccurate predictions about the effect of choices on their subjective outcomes. We may overvalue a feature of an option that does not matter much. We sometimes focus on what we want rather than what we need. We might also overweigh attributes that are simple to evaluate or trigger a strong emotion-laden response. Now it is time for you to provide an example of the hedonic forecasting era and reflect on how it influences decisions made by you or the people around you.